with a chance to atone.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On play action, Rodgers.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Rodgers now on 1st down.
This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Jones is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a quarterback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson off play action. Oh, the block they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try to run with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. These two teams all tied after one. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown! Pharaoh Brown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers?
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
From 21 yards away.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's got room.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. punt will try going up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on third down, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Watson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
Touchdown, Browns.
Kareem Hunt
from 19 yards away.
And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Cobb.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
26. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Open man, here is Cobb.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 26-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It's the game. Over. He was brought down at the 8-yard line. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And inside give to Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Watson now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Watson. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 38, Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
26.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Now Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watson to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Watson.
Rolling to his right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watson. That's complete to Bell over the middle.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
Now Watson.
They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
To throw, Watson.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Dillon up the middle.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to almost certainly win the football game. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Watson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final